All right, guys, you get where I'm going with the red glasses here? What happens when grief turns into gasoline and someone like Wilson Fisk lights the match? Because this episode, it doesn't just move the story forward, it detonates it. We've got the return of Jessica Jones, a city on the brink, and a long-awaited clash between Daredevil and Kingpin that absolutely delivers. And the wildest part, this isn't even the finale.
This is the way. This is the way.
Welcome back to Fatherly Phantom. I'm your host, Chris, and if you like deep dives, hidden details, and catching everything you missed the first time, hit that subscribe button because Daredevil Born Again is firing on all cylinders right now. And trust me, that ending, yeah, we need to talk about it. Let's get into episode 6, Requiem. We open exactly where we left off. Vanessa is gone, and no, not from some weird allergy twist. She was murdered. And the way Wilson Fisk reacts, that tells you everything about where this episode is headed. The doctor tries to comfort him, mind, body, grief, and all the philosophical stuff. Fisk's response? He hugs him and crushes him to death. Yeah, Requiem isn't subtle. This is the moment that Fisk stops pretending to be mayor and goes full Kingpin again. Vanessa's funeral hits hard. The whole city feels it, but look closer. The sequence is layered. Matt and Karen watching over Bullseye, weapons mysteriously gone from CIA control, the anti-vigilante task force gearing up, and Fisk placing that single rose? That's a deep comic nod to Richard Fisk, the rose. If they go there later, just know this episode planted the seed. Meanwhile, Mr. Charles realizes his weapons are gone, which means one thing: the war is escalating. Fast! Enter Jessica Jones. Cut to the suburbs, quiet house, kid playing, then boom! Tactical squad hits, and they get absolutely wrecked by Jessica Jones. Back finally, and not alone, because that little girl, Danielle. Comic fans already know what that means. Her father is very likely Luke Cage. That's right, the Defender's Corner of the MCU officially back in play. Back in New York, we get something just as intense as any fight scene, a moral standoff. Karen wants Bullseye dead. Matt refuses. This isn't just about justice anymore, it's about trauma. Karen is still carrying what happened with Wesley. Matt is still desperately holding on to faith. And that line, blah blah mercy blah blah I go to church, that's Karen's way of saying, I'm done being patient. While fists aren't flying, the knives are definitely out. Governor Marge wants Fisk gone. Buck is playing both sides. Sheila Rivera is being positioned as the next mayor. And if you saw the trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day, you already know where this might be headed. This show isn't just street level anymore, it's systematic. Then, finally, Matt meets Jessica. And this scene, pure gold. She drops a massive reveal, guys. Fisk has been running weapons tied to the government, possibly through Valentina Allegra de la Fontaine. Yeah, that Val. And it gets worse. Jessica says someone close to her did join the team. Luke Cage, maybe? Possibly compromised? That's huge. Also, her powers are actually glitching since having Danielle. That totally reminds me of Adam Eve on Invincible. And this adds stakes in a way we've never seen before. Brilliantly done, because if Jessica Jones was just fully powered, they could bust through anything. So Matt and Jessica storm the warehouse, and this is peak Daredevil action. Brutal hand-to-hand combat, tight choreography, Jessica going full powerhouse until her abilities cut out. That moment, terrifying, because suddenly she's vulnerable, but they still pull it off and blow the entire place sky high. This episode doesn't just slow down, it spirals. Heather Glenn showing signs that she might actually become Muse, Buck manipulating literally everyone, and Daniel setting up a trap for Bibi Uric. And Bibi almost leaks the fake story, but doesn't. That hesitation, it might have saved her life, or delayed something worse. Now we hit the boiling point. Karen leaks Kingpin's prison secrets, projected onto City Hall, crowds go wild, protests turn violent, and we get a lot of people wearing the Daredevil mask. Really cool scene. And then Powell kills Saunders. I was worried about Saunders the entire episode. Rest in peace, my good lad. Blames the protesters, and just like that, we have a riot. This is Andor level escalation. Systems collapsing in real time. And here it is, Daredevil versus Kingpin. First time this season, no buildup needed, the tension immediate. And Matt, he offers a deal. They both leave New York. No more war. Fisk's answer? A punch to the face. And what follows is one of the best fight scenes in the series. And once again, they are fighting around the rabbit in a snowstorm painting, which seems to be tied to these characters intrinsically. So this fight, brutal, even personal, until Matt actually slams into the painting, destroying the last piece of Vanessa. That's not just physical damage, guys. That's emotional annihilation.
Emotional damage.
Okay, let's talk about the ending. While the fight ends unresolved, everything else is collapsing. Karen is captured, the city is in chaos, Fisk is fully unleashed, and Matt, he's running out of time. And here's some of my final thoughts for you. Requiem was a perfect name for this episode because it lives up to the name. This is a funeral for Vanessa, yes, but also for the illusion of control. Fisk is no longer playing politics, Matt is losing ground, and the system completely breaking. Jessica's return ties directly back to the Netflix era, making it feel like a true continuation, not just a reboot. And with 2 episodes left, this story isn't slowing down. It's accelerating towards something massive. And honestly, this felt like a finale to me. I can't wait to see what happens in the penultimate episode and the finale. So here's the question. Does Matt finally break his no-kill rule, or does Fisk push him past the point of no return? This feels like an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. So drop your theories below. And if you're riding this wave with me, subscribe, stick around, and check out the next breakdown, because this story, it's getting wilder by the minute. So stay nerdy, my friends, and I'll see you next time.